Hey guys, back here with Tua for another Pupdate video. I do these every Sunday as he turns a week older. Today he's 14 weeks. Just try to note anything of importance, significance, any sort of changes that I notice week to week. This is why I do these videos. Physical, mental, training abilities, whatever. Just kind of anything of note. So this week we got him weighed in just now, and he's 40 pounds. So it was a 5-pound week for him. He was 35 last week. And I would say it was noticeable for the first time in a couple weeks here. Like, I could definitely tell he was getting taller, filling in a little bit too. His paws seem bigger this week. Like, just even though I see him every day, I wasn't surprised that he put on 5 this week. He's definitely noticeably getting bigger. Other than doing weight every week, I wanted to kind of add a new thing that I will continue to track every week because it's a main concern that people seem to have when they're interested in the Bullmastiff breed. It was a concern that I had, not really a concern, but just general curiosity, is drooling level and how much these guys drool. As of right now, 14 weeks old, I would consider his drooling to be essentially non-existent. The only time that I would say he's technically drooling, and I don't even really consider it drooling, is right after he's drank water. To me, that's not really even drool. That's just water dripping out of his jowls that, you know, kind of got stuck in there. And when he's eating and drinking, I just kind of hang out and have a paper towel ready, and when he's done, I just wipe his mouth off quick, and that's it. But definitely no drooling as far as him just like walking around the house and having drool hanging from his jowls, or even when he's getting exercise and he's panting a little bit. I haven't noticed any drooling then. The only drooling as of yet, I'm sure it will change, but as of yet, is right after he drinks water, and I just wipe off his jowls quick, and that's all there is to it. The big news of the week from week 13 to 14, I guess, would be that he had an accident inside. Surprisingly, I was pretty shocked because I had officially made the call that I thought he was potty trained a couple weeks ago, because he hadn't had an accident in, man guys, I'd say since basically the first week that we had him home essentially. And he was having some accidents then, but that was more of a UTI issue. If you want to go check back, I think it was my Pupdate from week 12 when I kind of talked about that. And that accident, I think it was basically a fluke. We've been giving him more free rein of the house, and normally I would also not give him any water after probably 7 o'clock at night for that reason, you know, just making sure that he doesn't have any accidents and doesn't have to go in the middle of the night. But I was giving him, you know, just free drinking time too of his water that night, because I had so much more confidence in him. So he'd been playing kind of later that night and been drinking a lot of water, and it had probably been an hour and a half to 2 hours since he'd been out, and he was just chewing on a toy or something, and he got up, and I was upstairs, my wife was downstairs, and he went downstairs to where my wife was at, and I hear her all of a sudden yell to a no, and I guess he had just squatted down and peed. Kind of weird, because normally right now he's going to the door when he has to pee. So I don't know what he was thinking or what the deal was there. Kind of my fault, kind of his fault, because I know he knows better, but maybe I shouldn't have been letting him drink so much water. And I shouldn't have let him just walk down there by himself either. I should have known something was up. But I am still letting him drink water now at night. I'm just making sure that I'm letting him out like every hour when he's actively drinking water. So that was the big negative and the big news from week 13 to 14. Otherwise, his energy level is definitely going up, although he is still crashing very hard. But when he is having these short bursts of energy, he did a couple sprints this week. That's the first time I've seen him actually do like a full-on sprint. So that was kind of funny. He's barking more, he's becoming more vocal, but still only during playtime with other dogs. Our dog and then my mom's dog that he goes and sees. And that's it. No barking to get out of his kennel, no barking to get outside, no barking to come inside, no barking at people, animals, anything like that. Just when he's like playing with another dog and he's actively playing with them, he'll kind of let out some yips and barks. Another thing, we went on his first real walk here since last week when he had rubbed his paw pad down and he had that bleeding. It's still not completely healed, but it looked a lot better, so I thought, well, let's go ahead and give this a try. Most of the snow is melted here now, so about half of the walk I was able to have me walk on the sidewalk and have him walk in the grass next to the sidewalk, which I think helped a lot. We went for about a mile, I would say. When we get back, I checked his paw pad and it pretty much looked exactly like it looked before we went. There's still a little tiny spot on it that's kind of looks like it's pretty much healed over at this point, but I was concerned if he was on concrete the whole time it might have broke open. But it did not, so that's good. I'll probably give him a day or two to rest his paw pad and we'll try it again because it's not completely healed yet. A new behavior change for him that I'm noticing from week 13 to 14 is he definitely does not mind being alone. Like, he likes to be by us, but now that the weather's nicer here and the sun's out and most of the snow in our yard's melted, we'll let him out to go potty, and we don't go out with him every single time now. So we'll let him out and we'll see him go potty through the window, and then he kind of just enjoys walking around a little bit by himself. And lots of times this week we've caught him just laying down and sunning himself in the grass in the backyard and just kind of watching the wind blow and the grass grow, I guess. He's been out there for half hour to 45 minutes, and I'll kind of go out and get him. And he just seems perfectly content being out there by himself if the sun's shining. And he'll just kind of lay on his side and nibble on some grass or nibble on a twig. And I haven't brought any toys out there for him yet, but he definitely loves to lay in the sun and doesn't mind being by himself out in the backyard. Anything else of note that I can think of right now? I would say no. Other than, yeah, he's growing. Like I said, this is the first time in a while that I could like noticeably notice his growth in the last week. He just seemed bigger when I would look at him. Other than that, guys, if you have any questions about anything that he's doing progression-wise, behavior, obedience, anything like that, let me know. And I'll get some more videos done this week, probably do a couple more training ones, and go from there. Otherwise, we'll do a Pupdate again next Sunday at week 15. Thanks for watching, guys.